Welcome to Earthly Tone Thought, a space where we slow down, not to escape life, but to understand it. Today's journey is into something we all live with, but rarely understand: the mind. The place where thoughts rise, where fears rehearse, where memories echo, where identity is defended, and where peace is often postponed. Many people believe the mind is who they are, but that belief is the beginning of confusion. Today, we are not here to fight the mind. We are here to understand it, to place it in its proper role, and to learn how peace becomes possible when the mind stops ruling and starts serving. So breathe, settle your body, and let's begin gently. The mind is powerful, but it was never meant to rule you. It was meant to serve awareness, not replace it. The mind calculates, remembers, imagines, and protects, but it does not always tell the truth. It tells stories shaped by experience. Scripture hints at this when it says, "As a man thinks in his heart, so is he." Proverbs 23:7. Notice the warning hidden inside that wisdom. Thought shapes direction, not reality. If the mind is left unchecked, it doesn't guide, it governs. The mind talks because it was designed to anticipate, to scan for danger, to rehearse outcomes, to protect identity, but protection easily turns into fear. That's why the mind replays the past, predicts the worst, questions peace, resists silence. The mind believes that if it stays alert, you will stay safe. But constant alertness is not the same as wisdom. Many people think their life struggles are external, but most battles are internal. The mind is where regret replays, anxiety rehearses, shame whispers, ego defends, fear exaggerates. Scripture says, "The mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace." Romans 8:6. The issue is not the mind, it is what governs it. This truth changes everything. Thoughts arise, you notice them, they pass. That noticing, that awareness is deeper than the mind. If you can observe a thought, you cannot be the thought. Silence reveals this. Stillness confirms it. Peace does not come from better thoughts. It comes from less identification with them. Silence removes distraction, and distraction protects wounds. In silence, unresolved pain surfaces, buried fear speaks, truth becomes visible. That's why many avoid it. But Scripture says, "Be still and know that I am God." Psalm 46:10. Stillness is not emptiness, it is clarity. The ego is the mind's identity structure. It asks, who am I? How am I seen? Am I safe? Am I enough? The ego is not evil, but it is fragile. It defends itself with comparison, control, pride, fear. Spiritual maturity does not destroy the ego. It relativizes it. Chaos becomes familiar. Peace feels suspicious. When you've lived long in tension, stillness feels unsafe. The mind asks, what am I missing? What's about to go wrong? Peace requires retraining attention. The mind rarely stays where life is actually happening. It drifts backward into memory or forward into imagination. It replays what has already ended. It rehearses what has not yet arrived. Regret lives in the past. Anxiety lives in the future. But peace lives only here. Jesus understood this deeply when he said, "Do not worry about tomorrow." Matthew 6:34. Not because tomorrow does not matter, but because the mind distorts it. The mind believes control comes from thinking ahead, but most suffering comes from living everywhere except the present moment. The Bible does not tell us to destroy the mind. It tells us to renew it. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. Renewal means changing patterns, not suppressing thoughts. The mind learns through repetition. What you dwell on becomes familiar. What becomes familiar begins to feel true. Renewing the mind is choosing what you repeatedly give attention to. Transformation begins there. The mind becomes fluent in what it consumes. Feed it fear, and it speaks fear. Feed it comparison, and it speaks inadequacy. Feed it chaos, and it speaks anxiety. This is why Scripture says to guard the heart and mind. Not everything deserves your attention. Not every thought deserves belief. Wisdom is selective focus. Faith is not the absence of thought. It is trust beyond thought. The mind asks questions. Faith rests in presence. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. Understanding has limits. Faith recognizes those limits without fear. Faith does not silence the mind. It simply refuses to be ruled by it. Prayer is not convincing God to act. Prayer is quieting the mind enough to listen. When you pray sincerely, something shifts. Thoughts slow, breath deepens, attention softens. That calm is not imagination, it is alignment. Prayer brings the mind back to the center. Overthinking is fear disguised as preparation. The mind believes, if I think long enough, I can avoid pain. But excessive thinking rarely prevents suffering. It multiplies it. Overthinking is the mind trying to stay safe in a world it cannot fully control. Peace begins when you stop demanding certainty from an uncertain world. Not every thought is insight. Some thoughts are habits, some are wounds, some are fear rehearsing itself. Scripture says, take every thought captive. 2 Corinthians 10:5. This does not mean suppressing thought. It means examining it. Is this thought true? Is it helpful? Is it rooted in love or fear? Discernment separates wisdom from noise. The mind builds stories about who you are. Some of those stories were shaped by failure, some by trauma, some by other people's expectations. But identity rooted only in thought is fragile. True identity is grounded in being, not performance. You are more than the stories your mind repeats. A softened mind does not need to dominate. It listens more. It reacts less. It becomes curious instead of defensive. Humility quiets the mind. And when the mind softens, wisdom finds space to enter. A calm mind produces compassion. A threatened mind produces judgment. When the mind is constantly defending itself, it sees danger everywhere. But when the mind rests, it sees humanity. Inner peace always changes how you treat others. Awareness is the ability to notice without reacting. Thoughts come, feelings rise, sensations pass. You remain. This is not detachment from life. It is presence within it. Awareness is strength, not passivity. The quiet ones are not empty. They are attentive. They speak less because they see more. Scripture says, "The one who has knowledge restrains words." Proverbs 17:27. Silence sharpens perception. Stillness deepens understanding. The mind is a powerful servant but a dangerous master. When the mind serves awareness, creativity improves, fear loses control, peace stabilizes, the mind returns to its rightful place. When you live from awareness, life becomes less reactive. You pause before responding. You choose instead of panic. You listen instead of assuming. The mind still thinks, but it no longer rules. And from that center, peace becomes sustainable. As this reflection comes to an end, remember this gently. The mind is not your enemy, but it was never meant to lead your life alone. Thoughts will always rise. Memories will always echo. Fears will always knock. That is not failure. That is the nature of the mind. Peace does not come from silencing every thought. It comes from no longer obeying every thought. When the mind is no longer treated as a master, it softens, it listens, it becomes useful again. And beneath the noise of thinking, there is something quieter, something steadier, something that has always been there. Awareness. The part of you that notices without panic. The part of you that observes without judgment. The part of you that remains when thoughts pass. From that place, life becomes less reactive. You pause before you respond. You choose instead of fear. You listen instead of assume. This is not escape from the world. This is clarity within it. So walk forward gently, not trying to control your mind, but learning to guide it. Let the mind serve wisdom, not fear. Let thoughts inform you. not imprison you. And when life feels loud again, return to this simple truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who notices them. And in that noticing, peace becomes possible.